Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Conscious Travels with Immaculate. Yes, that is my real name. This video is about the first time I visited Tulum, Mexico. What I'm going to share is purely based on my personal experience visiting Tulum. I'm certainly not speaking on behalf of anybody else. Both times that I visited, I definitely went for the fancy, luxurious Airbnbs that were nestled in the jungle because they're honestly pretty affordable for what I was getting. And also, I wanted to check out the beach club scene, so I was hopping from beach club to beach club. And I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of fun. In fact, as you can see here, the service I got at this particular beach club was top tier. These two sweet gentlemen brought me extra dessert and shots, and it wasn't even my birthday. But for me, upon doing further research the second time that I was there, I found out that a lot of the money that goes into some of the Airbnbs, and especially the beach clubs themselves, isn't really going back to the local community. And in fact, a lot of the Airbnbs, again, not all of them, a lot of the Airbnbs are operated by large corporations that oftentimes contribute to gentrification in Tulum. And I also learned that, unfortunately, a lot of the locals aren't even allowed to freely access the beach club area. They have to pay. But when I found out that the locals are essentially discouraged from attending the beach clubs and just attending the beach period because of the prices and what have you, it was honestly really heartbreaking to hear. I came across this company called Mexico Contours, and this is where I learned a lot of this information. And just to give context, Mexico Contours is a locally based eco-conscious touring company that has a strong focus on supporting the local community, as well as the local vendors, and basically making sure that their tours are respectful of the surrounding nature and native species, and that a lot of that money is actually being poured back into, again, the community and the locals. I promise I'm not getting paid to promote them. I just could not get enough of how incredible they are and how much I learned about how it's very much possible to still have a lot of fun while touring any place, while being conscious of how the way I am touring is affecting the local community, the environment, the people that live there, and so on. Now, this particular tour focused primarily on visiting the Tulum Ruins, and it was really cool to learn about, again, the history of the ruins, the Mayan civilization in great depth. Also, what was really cool was that there's this really cool beach that's kind of hidden within the ruins, or that area, I should say. And this part of the beach is not accessible to the public, but there is another part of the beach that is. And we got to go to the part of the beach that was accessible to the public, and the water was so healing. There's something about that water that was just so healing. Like, when I was in it, I was like, oh my god, like, energetically I feel really, really good being in this water. Another aspect of this particular tour that I genuinely enjoyed was getting to float down this lazy river. It's called the Muil River, and it's located in the Sian Ka'an Biosphere Reserve. On this boat ride to the lazy river, it was really cool to observe the mangrove forest and wildlife that we got to see on our way there as well as on our way back. This floating adventure lasted for about 30 minutes. It was probably one of the most relaxing things I got to do while there. It was so cool. On our way back from the lazy river, I felt such gratitude for having had that experience, because it was just such a healing experience for me. And so, as you can see, I look kind of high, but I actually wasn't high. Well, I was high on life. I was high from that amazing experience. On another occasion, I did a breathing and painting workshop that I found through Airbnb, hosted by this woman named Aurama. She's another local in Tulum who hosts workshops in her home. We did these breathing exercises that relaxed us, and then afterwards we got to paint, and we got to take our paintings home. Thank you for going on this adventure with me. And if you want to keep up with my adventures, feel free to subscribe so that you can be notified of when I post a new one.